The thing about getting attention from a stranger is it's actually not that much different from getting attention from somebody that you know, or getting attention from somebody who is an acquaintance or somebody you have more opportunity to see. Only real difference is that because it's a stranger, you don't always get an opportunity to decide where you meet, okay? The reality of the situation is you meet a stranger where you meet them. It may be at the club, it may be at the mall, a large setting at the fair, or something, whatever the heck. You don't really get to decide where you meet that person. So when you're dealing with a stranger, what you want to do is you want to take the battle to an arena that allows you to win. Now, what do I mean by that? If you meet somebody in the club and say you're a club person, my advice for you would be to just be a club person. Go out there in the club, talk to everybody, high five people. You know, you're getting invited up to the DJ booth. Everybody's talking to you, giving you hugs. Everybody's, you know, engaging in conversation with you. You're moving around the club. You know, that's what a club person does. That's what a person with a club personality does. And if you do that, you'll get attention from that person. And then all you need to do is direct your conversation to them. Okay, because they're going to be looking at the situation like, dang, everybody seems to like this person. This person is really cool. The focus is already going to be on you. So once you turn your conversation towards them, they're not going to feel like you're desperate. They're not going to feel like you're lame. They're not going to feel like you're trying too hard. They're going to feel lucky, because anyone feels lucky when somebody who's already getting attention from everyone else starts giving some of that attention to them, right? That's just how it is. Now, what I'm going to guess here is that you're probably not a club person, all right? You probably don't have the club personality, because most people don't. I mean, that's a very small percentage of the population who goes to the club and is getting invited up to the DJ booth, giving handshakes and dap and five to everybody. What's up? How you doing? You know, that kind of stuff. The type of person that does that is a very, very small percentage of the population. So say that's not you. Okay, you want to take the battle to an arena where you have the ability to win. All right, you don't want to try to holler at them in the club, because clearly that's not your environment. You don't want to try to get attention in the club, because that's not your environment. Now, you probably could get attention from them in the club, but you'd have to do something that was out of character. So there's a high likelihood that you'd actually make a fool out of yourself. I ain't gonna try to tell you to do something that would make a fool out of you. Now, you don't want to do that because you want to do it on your terms. You want to get at this person, you want to get their attention on your terms. So what you would do in that situation instead would be to fall back. Kind of take in the situation and do research while you're at the club or while you're at the mall. If you're not the type of person that can come up to somebody's job and talk to them, or you ain't really a mall type of person, that's not really your environment, you're not comfortable trying to do something there, cool. Don't. Take that information. Figure out what the guy's name is. Figure out, you know, a little bit about him, as much as you can without being too conspicuous, but just chill with it, all right? Once you figure that information out, use your best friend, social media. I talk about social media all the time because it is a key to everything in terms of gathering information. It's like a free media guide for each human being who is on it. And most people are in some way, shape or form. Even if they don't have a social media page, they do have Google. And Google often will tell you a lot about somebody who's not really even out there on social media. A lot of their friends are on social media. And people may not talk about themselves on social media, but their friends talk about them and tell you what they're doing and what they're not doing. Their friends are putting up pictures of what they did the night before, right? Everybody's got a loudmouth friend. So now you start doing your research, especially on social media. This is going to help you figure out how you can get the battle where you need it to be. Okay, if you're a person that's really good in small settings, cool. Now you try to figure out how you can find them and their friends, or just them, in a small setting. Somewhere where you can go, like say for instance, you like to go to a book club, and so do they. Now you can find your way into that book club, read the book, you know, make some cool comments and stuff like that. Everybody thinks you're pretty cool. Now all you need to do is direct that conversation towards them. They feel lucky. They're happy that you're talking to them. They're more and more interested. Cool. You win. See what I'm saying? Or wherever it is. If it's at work, Get to know a little bit more about them so you know what to talk about. That way when you come into work and you have a conversation with them, you're ready. You're ready to talk to other people about topics that they find important. Once those people get to talking to you and you guys enjoy yourselves and everything, now you just direct your conversation towards them. They feel lucky. They feel like, things are going great. They feel like they need to pursue you at this point. They need to get at you because you're so cool and you're interested, or at least you seem a little interested. That's going to be enough for them because you took it to an environment where you can win. That's really the point. Do your research so that you can take it to an environment where you have the ability to win. The only reason why it's so difficult to talk to strangers is because we often find ourselves in a situation where we just aren't comfortable in that environment and we can't really figure out how to get attention from them. We can't figure out how to get attention because we don't get attention to that type of environment. If you don't get attention in any type of physical environment, do it online. Put up some cool memes. Maybe you're a social media superstar. Not to say you're famous or anything, but maybe you're a social media superstar in terms of the fact that you're the one that puts up the cool memes. You're the one that puts up the cool articles and talks about things. Cool. That's all you need to do is just friend them on social media, friend some of their friends on social media, and then start putting those articles up, putting those memes up, letting them see kind of some of the cool things that you do, some of the things that they have interest in. And when you do that, guess what? They're checking for you. Now, when you direct some of that towards them, they're going to be happy. They're going to engage you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to be more and more interested. And that's how it goes. So basically what you want to do is you want to take the battlefield to a place, take the battle to a place where you have the ability to be successful. That's the only difference between pursuing a stranger and pursuing somebody that you already know and already have interaction with. Is really that with a stranger, a lot of times the environment you initially met them in isn't for you, so you need to take it somewhere else.